today. From SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. Los Angeles Rams taking on the Detroit Lions.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Detroit Lions and the Los Angeles Rams. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Goff. And that's complete to Jesse James. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Ray Swift, the ball carrier.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
2nd and 5 now. Goff. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. He is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. So the Rams in great position here as they get things started. And we get a glance here at their leader. The man will be calling the plays under center.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Darrell Henderson, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal. to run with Akers. He's going to take this one in for the Rams. Touchdown. Cam Akers, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. And nothing special there. They showed they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
An extra point attempt here still to come. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no return forthcoming for Richard as this will come out to the 25. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
The Lion ball carrier.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Goff now to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And they take it right at the 35. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 44-yard line.
He'll look to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. He'll drop to throw. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And they'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Cam Akers.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's 2nd and 8. They'll get this one to Cup, complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. The reception, good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So the face mask moves them closer, and now 1st and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And they'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cooper Kupp, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams add on to their lead. Good throw there. And I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. That time a 6-play drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no return forthcoming for Richard as this will come out to the 25. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? And turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better. The punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the 2nd one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Complete.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
The wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
second down, Swift. Nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And there he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Credit the sack to Von Miller.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes. And he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Here's Jack Fox now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fielded at about the 28. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Second and 6. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's tipped and get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Goff. A little short pass to James. Well, he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. mistake, third down.
Defended by Jalen.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously, one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on first.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He has not been on his A game, but his team has really picked him up. I think he probably now, second quarter, he's thinking, all right, time for me to get going.
And he also has to keep in mind that, you know, he has contributed. You're exactly right. Not totally on his A game, but guess what?
He's got the touchdown.
He's got a touchdown pass. Yes, he tempered it with an interception, but he has contributed, and he just can't get down and worry about his own stats. The team's winning. That's cause for celebration, even though there's a ways to go.
And now he'll be looking to contribute a little bit more. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They'll run this with Akers. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
It's 3rd and 10.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They'll try and throw for it here. Looking deep downfield. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you got a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
There's still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter.
7 at the 31-yard line.
On second down. Swift. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The Lions on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. A shotgun snap for goal. And the Lions got it. They bring him down. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers.
Someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield, get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Here comes the Lions punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and that will come the offense as they take over. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On first down, Akers. And he's got room. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They'll run here with Akers. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from a trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The 28-yard line.
On second down now, Swift. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Swift, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. It's taken at a 25. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And the Rams getting set to go now. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
There's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by Justin Coleman. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. Then now the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee. Maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because this is exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
A nice gain of 21 yards.
First and 10.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be second down.
7 brings up second and 3 at the 48-yard line.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. 46 yards on the play.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the
It's complete. He's got him in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams add on to their lead. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7.
Yeah, very impressive the way that they moved the football. Full command of their playbook, full command of the way they wanted to attack.
Now the try here for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it first and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. A final shot before break here. Gone. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start with a couple of rivals on the West Coast. San Francisco hosting Seattle in the NFC West. And it's the Niners who have the lead as those two teams play the second quarter. Richie James, a touchdown catch in that first half. From there, let's get over to the Rockies to check out the Broncos at home in Denver. And they lead the visiting LA Chargers at halftime. Phillip Lindsay, a touchdown run in that first half. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Kyler Murray, 3 touchdown passes as his guys bounced back from the defeat on opening weekend. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. Taking it about the 1. Now, it's a pretty good return here, so he'll get this up to the 29.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. Any surprise in your mind he's out there to start the second half after 4 first-half interceptions?
He's to be surprised by a lot of things, partner, but in this case, I'm not, because you know they want him to be their guy. And the only way to truly establish that is to give him a chance to work through some of the issues he had in the first half.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
The ball carrier.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Looking to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Second and 12. They'll set up a throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Charles, we get a look at the draft class here for this team. What do you think?
Well, I think for the most part, I do like what they did because to me, they got some solid players in the early rounds. And then if I'm correct in my evaluation, they got some great value in the later rounds as well.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on fourth down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. It's incomplete. A real head-scratcher there. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Boy, sitting on a 2-score lead at this stage in the game, that punter, he must be pretty lonely over there on the sideline thinking, why in the world was my number not called there?
As far as he's concerned, the check will still cash, right? It is your choice not to use me in this situation.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Darnell just so strong they can't block him, and he records the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. They run out of the gun with Swift, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Goff. And this is going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So here are the Rams to take over. They were losers last time out to the 49ers, but right now they're on the right side of the scoreboard as they start out 1st and 10. A carry by Henderson to start the drive. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Here's a run with Akins on 2nd down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Yeah, that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Returnable for Thomas. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
To throw again on second down. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Running is Swift. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun. Goff. He gets this complete to Cephas.
Goff's pass.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determine that, and let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. Back to throw now in its own end zone. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down. Back to throw here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
On second down, Akers trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 10.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 38-yard line.
This throw caught left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards, a first down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the Lions' 46-yard line.
So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Here's Akers.
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them. They're trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
They'll toss this right side to Cam Akers.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
The pass.
And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
Yards to go.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
But there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends, who you would think could absorb that contact.
Lions 7.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Jalen Richard now on the return.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Jalen Richard on the return. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own.
So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field.
And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the 4th quarter.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Gone. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hawkinson. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time? Hopefully with a chance to win.
And we'll get up to the 43-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st down, it's gone. And that's incomplete.
DeAndre Swift, the intended receiver that time.
And now it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. He was defended by Jalen Ramsey.
Goff throwing again. And he comes back with one complete.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Goff's pass.
And he is going to have a Lions 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Lions 1st down.
On 1st down, gone.
And this one taken in by Cephas.
Goff's pass.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
It's 2nd and inches at the Rams' 30-yard line.
To the air again. Gone. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Again, Goff. Throw left side complete. That's James. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
Throwing again is Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Goff now looking to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. From the 5, 2nd and 4.
At the Rams' 5-yard line.
They'll run here with Swift. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
The Lions on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This will be 3rd and 5. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know, you
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
It's up and good, so they claw back into it, 24-14 now. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes. They'll put this one in the left-hand column. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Akers. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
things are rocking easy here in the fourth quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no return forthcoming for Richard as this will come out to the 25. Detroit's offense ready to take over. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. And his throw here is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
3rd and 2, gone. And that will be incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. Good bounce-back win. They take the knee. Can't stop the clock defensively. Tough opening week loss, but now 1-1.
Shows that they handled things really well. A lot of teams panic after a week 1 loss, and they start to think that the sky's falling. This team realizes there's a long season, and they feel very talented, and they get it done in this one.
The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Los Angeles, so long, everybody.